The committee. Once upon a time, there was a committee of birds who lived in the biggest forest in United Arab Emirates called the FFS, which is Family Forest Society. The FFS' main responsibility was to help other birds in the society solving disputes, female bird empowerment, and encourage family stability. The birds were divided into groups, each led by a head bird. Each group was responsible for a particular operation of the forest. The forest was so large, with soil so rich that was perfect for plantation, with ample of room for the birds to move around and each given their own tree to work from. The birds were offered several benefits in comparison to other forest committees, such as a lot of food, new opportunities and rewards. The birds felt comfortable in the forest, especially the female birds, which were offered childcare and maternity leaves from their forest duties. Despite the benefits, there were some downsides, such as strict rules and regulation, as well as a structured work process. This is how the leader of the committee liked it. Many from the external environment had an eye on the forest for various reasons. Meet our leader. His name is Authority. Authority was the leader of the Family Forest Society Committee. In his introduction, one would say he wasn't the most loved leader. Authority had a very autocratic style. It was either his way or no way. He accepted little to no involvement from the birds committee, despite having a pool of talented birds. He would impose his decisions on the team and was very influential. He offered no room for communication and feedback that led to paying little attention towards relationship development. His decision was the final decision, be it good or bad. Authority was the complete opposite of what the Family Forest Society was about. He believed that the female birds were the weak and fragile ones, so Authority appointed them less tasks in comparison to the male birds. However, one thing that he offered them was maternity leaves and childcare. In reality, there was a reason behind this. He did not want tired and nagging female birds at work. Early in the days, Authority's style of leadership did cause lack of satisfaction, but now the birds in the committee were so accused. The odd one out. 182 birds live in the Family Forest Society, one of which was Bright. He was just like other birds in the committee who followed instructions coming from the top. However, there was something special about Bright. Not that he was the head of one of the teams, but that he sensed things before everyone else did. Bright, just as his name was Bright, possessed intellectual qualities, critical thinking and problem-solving skills, and was loved by the entire committee. If there was a one bird Authority will have a discussion with, that will be Bright. Bright has always told Authority there needs to be some flexibility and in terms of rules, regulations and process to keep motivation high. Bright was dedicated to the Family Forest Society and its needs. He has been with the Family Forest Society since its establishment. He worked with full responsibility and ethically. Bright was very much involved in the entire committee. He understood their needs and connected with the team on a personal and emotional level. We sense threat. One day Bright rushed to Authority to tell him about the storm he senses. He stood outside Authority's tree, debating whether to talk to him or not. I should not, he whispered while pulling out leaves from the tree. What is that noise I hear? Shouted Authority. It's me, Bright, Authority. I alert you that the bird in our committee might know about our plans, about the murder. Rushed Bright in a nervous manner. As expected, Authority answered, well, they have no choice. What is done is done. But But you don't get it, Bright rapidly spoke, taking no time to interrupt. There is no but option. You know that, Bright. They have to follow what I decide on. I'm aware of what is the best for my forest and my committee. I am the leader of this forest. But let me, but I insist it is better to tell them before they hear the news from outside. I am afraid the committee might feel betrayed and demotivated. I can already. Time to say goodbye. Authority called in for a town hall meeting. The bears in the committee all gathered and impatiently waited for Authority to show up. In came Authority. We are gathered here to celebrate the new merger with the neighboring forest committee. The decision was made with careful evaluation. I want you all to be prepared, as you will soon be multiplying. New people will join and new roles will be created. I demand flexibility and commitment. Enjoy the days before the storm. Dictated Authority. If the news was about the merge was not enough, Authority announced he was resigning from the Family Forest Society. It is time to part ways. It is time to part ways. You will soon meet Mr. Switch, who is a talented young bird. He is going to replace me. Does anyone have any questions to say? Cordially asked Authority. The forest econ pen drops silence. Okay, said Authority and left the arena. The longer bird stood there, the more he. Are we in danger? The panic. Anxiety, the youngest member of the committee, aggressively flew in the sky and yelled, "We are in danger! We are in danger! This forest has no room for us. It's time to find a new home." Others joined him in anger. The female birds gathered and demanded, Where are our rights? We will not let anyone take over our forest. Tell us, are we in danger? Bright ran to the bed cell and said, Listen up. Do not panic. Trust me, we are here to support you. This change is good for us. Just trust the process. Anxiety, along with his father Bob's and the female birds, spoke. Did you not think about us? What about the younger birds, female birds, and elderly? Authority did not think we were important. If he had to leave, why did he decide to share our forest? We don't even know them. What Bright did not want to happen happened. The committee was furious and Authority cared less about it, still stubborn that they need to follow instructions. Where is our leader? 2 weeks have passed and Authority was finally ready to leave. On several occasions, the government officials came and demanded they needed space for industrialization. The merging forest management birds also passed by to discuss the plan ahead. Birds from other forest committees would fly over the forest, ready to take over. The entire town knew about the panic at the forest, making the Family Forest Society look weak. On every occasion, one bird or the other shouted, "Where is our leader? We want our leader back. This is our forest." On his last day, Authority introduced Switch. Switch was different from Authority in many ways. He understood how leadership could influence the followers' well-being, commitment, engagement, satisfaction, and performance. He knew he had to work with the people to achieve the forest goals. Switch demonstrated traits of the transformational leader. Switch spoke to the committee and gave them a positive outlook of what is ahead of them. He said he would invest his time to know everyone and individually talk to each team about the merger. He can discuss how each one of you will play a major role during this period. I'm here for you. The committee did not seem too positive. He could sense the lack of interest. We want our leader back. There is our leader, screamed one bird. He was strict, but he told us what to do. How can we survive without his instruction? Shouted another. Switch stood there in silence, patiently listened, and observed everything the committee had to say. The knight in shining armor. Switch sat at his desk and wondered how he could support the committee and encourage them to adapt to the changes the forest was going to go through. He asked himself, who is it the forest trusted after authority? The bulb lit up, and he remembered authority saying, "Bright is the man who can help you after I leave. He will be your knight and shining armor." Early morning, when the forest committee was still asleep, a switch flew to Bright's tree and woke him up. "Wake up, Bright, wake up. Yes, you are the only one who could help me on this new journey." "Oh, good morning," Bright said, with one eye closed. "Wake up, Bright, I have a plan," Switch said in excitement. Bright and Switch flew to every corner of the forest and discussed the committee, the merger, the plan ahead. Switch explained to Bright how he was loved by the committee and how he knew everyone. Switch selected Bright as the "We don't need a leader, we need a team." Time was short. Over the next few days, Bright and Switch, without wasting time, called for another town hall meeting to communicate with the team and raise awareness. Switch, on the lead, asked them to go on this new journey and support him. The few who attended listened in silence, but were not too enthusiastic about the plan. Some had neutral feelings, and then there were those who were least bothered to attend. This was a new leader standing in front of them. The wand of authority resigning was still fresh. At this point, Bright and the Switch were the only ones positive towards change, but they did not want to give up. Town hall after town hall, the committee would give various excuses not to attend. Another town hall meeting was announced, this time Bright on the lead. The number of attendees are a little more than last time. In his speech, he said, "We gather here to discuss what is in front of us. Let's forget the past and focus on the future." It is finding an answer to change. The birds slowly started believing in the new plan, but they were still uncertain as they believed they lack the necessary skills. Switch requested Bright, "Let us meet with the heads and the meets again and discuss knowledge gaps." Bright replied, "Excellent idea." The plan was as follows: build team confidence through knowledge, filling knowledge gaps, stress management. Over the next few days, the birds were taught new techniques on how to take care of the forest and use time effectively and efficiently. The committee was over the training and coaching. The female birds were still not so confident and afraid the lack of communication and teamwork from the merger committee. What is they don't support us and teamwork? Don't worry, let's plan a team building trip to the adventure park. How about that? Advised Bright. A team building meeting was set between both committees. The birds were divided into random groups and were put under different adventurous situations. One exercise, for instance, was to ready for change. Let's merge. It was finally time. One after the other, the new team members started joining the Family Forest Society Committee. The heads, together with the management and team, made sure communication was consistent. The plan was as followed. First, apply knowledge and what was learned. Maintain feedback, coaching, and mentoring continuous. Build connection and grasp the new culture. Switch called a new town hall Meeting just at the right time, both the new and current members of the committee were invited. He raised his confidence in his team and told them how proud he was for trying and coming out of their shells. First, I would like to welcome all new members to the committee. Remember, this is our forest. I thank you all for coming out and your shells and showing dedication. Just as the switch was about to finish his speech, they heard some loud noise. It was the enemy committee ready to attack. Don't panic, team. We got this, said the switch. The female bears and the children were rushed to the nearest trees. Other bears together circled around